Morning. What a beautiful sunny morning. We're just south of Leicester and we're going to do probably about 3 miles and about 5 locks today, we think. Just going to find somewhere to moor up, get the boat secure, because tomorrow it's supposed to be incredibly windy again, but all day. Yeah, so we're just going to get a few miles further on and get moored up safely. Michael's just down at the lock doing the lock this morning.
Hi, we're Jackie and Michael and we're exploring the rivers and canals of Britain on our 57-foot narrowboat Border Reiver. We'll show you what it's like to live day to day on a narrowboat, and we'll arrive in some beautiful places next to the water. We go and explore the areas we've moored at for the night, and we'll take you with us.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight.
What a beautiful day we've got. I can always tell when we get a little bit near a more built up area, more of a city or a town, big town. There's always abandoned shopping trolleys everywhere. Fortunately, that's not in the line of where we're travelling. It feels a bit subdued today. I don't know why. You know, sometimes you're just not your normal bouncy self. I suppose when you live together in close proximity, you know, which is living in a tiny little home like we do on a tiny little narrowboat. Yeah, you just guess when somebody just needs a bit of quiet time, or yeah, they're just not the normal bouncy selves. And yeah, we're probably both the same this morning, so we're just getting on with it, and just going through the locks and staying safe in this wind. It is starting to pick back up again. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes, but just one of those things, I suppose, part of life. The port side gate won't open, so Michael's going to have to open the other one for me. Anybody want a footstool? I think that's what it is. But it might be a actual chair. Just going round and round in the wash now. Better keep my eye on that. So it's still there, it's turned over, but it's obviously not going to sink. So when I open the gates, I just need to watch where it goes.
We know what to do on a day like this with the clothing. Set off this morning, the weather forecast was a chair in the lock. Yeah, so clothing. Set off this morning, forecast is from lunchtime for it to be squally, heavy wind, really strong winds. Heavy rain, raining all day. Look at it. Who can complain? I'd rather have it like this. Let's have a look and see what the chair looks like in the lock. Strange.
Meanwhile, at the back of the lock, the water's just absolutely gushing in. There's so much water around at the moment. Huge amount of water in that pound we've just come through.
That's not going to help matters. I'm trying to empty this lock. The water's just started to spill over the top, and it's going to start to fill the lock again. So that's a bit of a problem for us, whether we can get out of here or not. Because whilever that's filling up, we're trying to empty the other end. Yeah, the lock's filling again. Oh dear. There's so much water about at the moment. So Jack's had to open the paddles again now to let the water that's coming into the lock out. What's happening, Swamp Duck?
Well, there's so much water coming in the back there, and I was just paying attention to this floating footstool.
Well, you said it was a chair.
Well, it's like, you know, it's like a footstool.
What's the difference between a chair and a footstool?
It's in a really sexy mustard colour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, I was watching this footstool, but it's quite big. It's like that. And it's turned over now, so I was really worried it was going to sink, and it's not. And then obviously I realised so much water was coming in at that end, I was going to have to open the other paddle.
Dilemma.
Yeah, it's just going to glance a blow to it, which is fine. It's just going to go down. It's on the starboard side now.
That's the footstool come chair. Oh yeah, it's a leather thing. Maybe I should go and try and sit on it. What do you think? Yeah, not sure about the colour. Don't think it goes with my coat today.
We'd like to thank everyone who bought us a coffee this week. Your support means a huge amount to us. For anyone who'd like to continue to support our channel, please follow the Buy Me a Coffee link in our video description or use the on-screen QR code. Thank you.
I find that I'm always having to make amends for shortcomings.
I think the winds and the water levels are playing havoc with the lock gates today. We've just come to the next lock, and this, the bottom gate, one of the bottom gates is open. I don't know what those are there on that really high pole. It looks like it's maybe it's for an owl, or yeah, it probably is something like that for an owl, because I noticed there was one in the other field back there. What do you think they are?
No idea.
Yeah, if you know what these are, just south of Leicester, let us know. Drop us a comment. So we're just coming up to the lock. It's King's Lock, near just south of Leicester, and I can see there's a strong stream warning notice board up there. Do we think it's life jacket time? It's been heavily raining, and the River Soar's literally just on the left hand side of us here.
We're expecting tidal sized waves.
Slow down, slow down.
What? Honestly, stop being a windy willy.
It says now, from now all the way to the River Trent, that there are these strong stream warnings before the lock. We're going to go over to the port side maybe,
Yes,
my dear. That would be useful. So we're just going to have a look and see what that says. I do know those two boats went through before us this morning, and we've not passed them, so they must have gone through.
They must have raged the seas through that lock, honestly.
I think it's red.
Force 10.
Force 10 storm gales. Yeah. It's so... It just absolutely takes the Michael out of me, doesn't it? Always. Anyway, we'll go and have a look. Best be safe than sorry is my motto. There's one thing that's certain in life, is coffee, and coffee should not be stopped for anything, not even operating a lock. Michael's just walked down with it from the boat for me. Really, really kind. So, Captain, are we ready for the high seas? The river? Is it going to be like a Thames situation, do you think? Where I fear the worst and it's like...
If it goes like that, yeah, you'll panic and then you'll see there's nothing to be panicked about.
I know. Yeah, but it's best to be cautious, aware of your surroundings.
Remember, I'm in charge of security, so I'm always aware of my surroundings.
I feel very comforted by that.
I'm here to protect you, my little swanker. This is my raison d'etre.
Michael's continuing to tease me as we start to go down onto the section where the canal meets the River Soar. He's so teasing me. So I've told him if he's not careful, I'm going to leave him in the lock and close the gate.
You got your best side?
Perfect.
You mooring up? Yeah. Yeah, that's us just there.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? You see how he put that up? We've got neighbours. So this is the River Soar, which joins the canal. Looks quite tranquil, and this is the beautiful Packhorse Bridge. As you can see the arches here. What a pretty bridge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Ayleston Packhorse Bridge. Apparently dates from the 15th century, and they were built as a right of way over the. This is the River Soar, and they were built as a right of way over the river. They were common, these Packhorse bridges, until the 18th century. So yeah, around in medieval periods, stopped in the 18th century. But there's 5 refuge points, so passing points for pedestrians on the bridge.
Yeah, so that's one of the passing places there. And then there's another one just a few yards on.
And just used to drive the pack horses across there when they were the major way of transporting goods before the invention of the canals, and the goods then went onto the canals. So yeah, dating from the 15th century. Morning!
Morning!
Another day in paradise. Hey, so they say. Yeah, it's supposed to be a windy one today.
Unsafe for cruising, they say, so we thought we'd set out.
The weather forecast said it was going to be very windy and rainy, but yesterday said that, and it wasn't as bad as that. Jax, there's only one thing windy around here, and it's not the weather, and it's not me.
It's the only
You decide.
It's the only time I get anxious. Well, no, there's 2 times I get anxious. Sometimes coming into a mooring, and the second one is if it's really, really windy. Only because I'm protective of the boat and us and our safety.
Well, so am I.
So,
It's fine.
no, I know you are.
It's
I know
not
you
that
are.
bad at all. It's absolutely fine.
So we thought we'd do the 2 miles and 3 locks into the centre of Leicester.
There's a big weir, and Jack's getting a bit scared about the big weir.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, that's the other thing. 3 things. Weirs, don't like.
We're going to get blown down the weir, and the boat's going to topple over, and we're all going to die. But it's not going to happen because I'm in charge of the boat. Yeah.
And I've got my head of security with me, so I should be fine, shouldn't I?
And my next Royal Navy man, I wouldn't let us go down over the weir. You can abandon ship if that happens. I'll go down with the ship.
Yeah, but all my worldly goods are on this boat, and
Yeah, well,
and you're there as well.
They don't amount to much. Neither do mine. So our worldly goods are not a problem.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a really nice day, to be honest. There's a bit of a breeze, but the worst of the weather's supposed to be between 10 and 4.
And what time's it now?
4 past 10.
20 past 10.
It's not actually blowing a hoolie, is it? So
No, it's all right.
We're absolutely fine.
It's all right at the moment.
It's almost bucolic.
And then you can treat me to a couple of days in Leicester.
For the people who live in Leicester, I will say nothing at that point. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think we've been to. I've been working in Leicester. And have you been?
Working, but only on the outskirts, so I
Yeah.
never went in. No. So yeah.
So we'll see what that's like, but we'll take you with us. So
Yeah.
onwards.
That's a little weir that's on the map, but I don't think that's a scary weir. You still won't want to get your boat going down there, would you? I just looked around and Michael's heaving the boat in. What happened there, my little cherub? Oh,
The wind got over the back of the boat.
Oh. All secure.
There we go.
It's a good job he had his porridge this morning. It's about the Ayleston Globe. Very nice carved monument here. Pike lie in shallows, patient as you please. Await the careless minnows 'neath green willow trees. Huh? those markers on the other side over there, obviously are height markers to tell you if the next section you're going into is too high, the water levels are too high for it to be safe. So the fact that they're well below what looks like to be a green and yellow, and the red's halfway, 3/4 of the way up the wall, I think tells us we're going to be okay. You can tell we're on a little river section here. It's certainly got all the bends in that make it a river. It's a bit like when we were on the start of the Kennet and Avon when we came out of Reading. You can tell it's getting a lot more industrial now, a lot more factories. So we're coming into the city. And round we go again. Oh, I've just seen some swans. I wonder if they're one of the rival gangs. There, straight ahead, rival swans, Captain.
This is part of the crew. We're in the hub now, aren't we?
We are in the hub, yeah.
Gangster swans. We've got that gangster look about them, look.
Yeah. Oh, the second one's got his wings up. Oh, look, yeah, they're obviously protecting a nest somewhere. This is the male, I think. Mind you, females can be just as aggressive, can't they?
Telling me. I think
we made it past.
Graffiti-based lock.
Oh yeah, how colourful, yeah. Oh, and then you can see, so we've got the lock in front of us and then the river goes round to the right hand side there. Lots of industrial buildings, warehouses coming up now. What a great backdrop, look at that. Very colourful lock. I've just had to help that guy across the lock on his bike. He's got on crutches and he's just had to get his bike across the lock gate. So it looked like it was all going to go in the water, so I've just helped him with it. So this big mill that we've got here is St Mary's. In its day it would have no doubt used the canals to transport goods to and from its markets and raw materials in. Yeah, now it just looks like it's completely disused. It makes some beautiful apartments or even little shops. Beautiful. Anyway, it's very colourful now with all the graffiti. Some say that it spoils buildings, and it probably does. Others say it adds brightness. Yes, St Mary's Mill Lock, lock number 40. That one's a little higher there, not up to the top of the amber, but it's certainly not in the red, and that's at lock 40. So Michael's going to cruise on to the next lock, and I'm going to I'll go and get it open for him so we can get straight in. Scary Weir's next. Let's see what we think. So that's the Scary Weir in front of us. See if I can get this open for Michael so we can come straight in. So that's the Scary Weir. It is quite scary. That's quite big, that. You want to set your boat down there. Michael's coming. We just met up with our lucky mate from the other day, Dave and Aslan. Waited for us, really kind. I think those big orange bollards would hold you if you got on over that way. It was scary, but it's okay. So now you get worried about things. Does anybody else do that? Get really worried about something and then you get there and you think, oh, that was okay. Just let us know. Drop me a comment, or is it just me that does that? So just at the big lock, or the big weir and lock in just before you come into Leicester City, and here we've got the King Power Stadium, which is Leicester City's football ground there. a swing round. We've got Border Reiver going in the lock. It's a bit windy.
It's a bit windy, yeah. We got more though. So this is Leicester city centre, right by the student accommodation. Yeah, really good. The city have provided these free moorings for 2 days for boaters. There looks like there's electric points here, and there's water.
And that's where we are. Right on the end. It's a bit windy.
Hopefully it's less windy when we get away from the
Gosh!
country.
Oh!
Oh, it's cold.
Windy, windy, windy.
Coffee time. It's Friars Mill moorings.
Out we go. Well, I've been promised a coffee, which is fantastic. So looking forward to that. It's just starting to rain now. Got my trusty Maps.me app. I'm using that just to get us in the right direction to my coffee.
So Leicester's a very cosmopolitan city, with a very diverse cultural base. Quite a big student city. So we're just going to have a wander around and see what's what. So, make sure I don't get knocked over. But yeah, there we go. Jack's in need of a coffee, so, as she usually is. It's about 11:30, so it's her time. So yeah, just having a wander around trying to find somewhere now. This is the high street. Well, there's somewhere on here that my wife can fill herself full of coffee, which she likes to do.
Just walking back to the boat in Leicester, and
Right in the city centre.
there's just a random pheasant walking down the street in front of us.
He's well off his patch.
I wonder where he's going. He's
He's got a lick on.
he has got a lick on. He's spotted. Oh, he's
gone
gone
round.
around a corner. Hang on a second. Let's see.
Maybe he's going shopping.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he's going for a coffee.
Oh.
Where's he gone? He's just disappeared round this corner. No, we found him again. He's there. Oh. Yeah, look. Oh. Meanwhile, Michael's hot-footing it back to the boat. So we've done a little bit of shopping in Leicester, and we're heading back to the boat now. I've had 3 people with me helping me to try and open the lock gates, and they just won't open.
When we wake,
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, it really helps us.
all the good times just begun.